Welcome. If you don't mind just introducing members of your group, and then the floor is yours.
Perfect. I think I'll have them introduce themselves. My name's George Mumma.
Cynthia Daughtry.
Teresa Shelton.
Cindy Briggs. Lisa Mumma.
Mickey Sadibi.
Good evening. My name's George Mumma. I'm a retired police chief. I served law enforcement for 45 years in Colorado. 30 of those years were dealing with children in Jefferson County. From a crimes against children detective to senior investigator of the juvenile crime unit for the district attorney's office, I was instrumental in developing the Jefferson County Juvenile Assessment Center, a collaborative entity involving 13 law enforcement agencies, the school district, mental health, and social services. On May 31st, I sent an email addressing my concerns about the push to include and increase policies that encourage and insert the use of the term trusted adult in schools to each school board member and 8 members of the leaders of the school district. I expected that I'd receive a response from one of the elected officials or the superintendent. Instead, I received a phone call from the director of security, who I've known for many years and who is above reproach. You should be proud of the work that he's done. However, it should have been not left to him to contact me. On June 19th, nearly 3 weeks later, I received an email from Mrs. Parker, somewhat addressing my issues, which I kindly rebutted. I'm here this evening to address the manner in which the term trusted adult is being proposed and currently used in the school curriculum, and as a means of self-identification by individuals who work in our schools. I understand that there have been some communication with parent groups, and the school district has begun to address some of those parent concerns and understand how the term is being used. The concept of trusted adult is dubious in every aspect and should not be used between adults and children. What is your definition of trusted adult? Who determines who the trusted adult is? What training has the trusted adult had as it relates to specific duties? I understand that there are teachers and other staff members that have signs posted near their classrooms and offices that say, "I'm a trusted adult." Is that the district's plan? Is that what leadership uses the term trusted adult frequently in the school and community, on community forums? An individual cannot self-identify as a trusted adult to other people's children. As an investigator in crimes against children, seeing or hearing individuals in a setting where innocent children are a captive audience without their parents proclaiming themselves to be trusted adults, that would raise an immediate red flag for me. One argument for the use of the term trusted adult is necessary because parents can't be trusted to handle situations with their children in the way school personnel believe it should be handled. This is not a valid reason for allowing school personnel to self-identify as a trusted adult to children, as there are systems already in place that address child abuse. These are mandatory reporting laws under Colorado Revised Statutes Title 19, 19.3.304, and CRS 12.204.139 for school personnel that cover suspected child abuse, suicidal ideation, and the Jeffco Schools already has qualified administrators, teachers, and mental health professionals that know the proper steps to take in these situations. There is no reason for the term trusted adult to be used by school personnel when speaking, reading, or teaching children. The only terminology that should be used with children in schools is parent or court-ordered legal guardian. In nearly every one of the thousands of cases that I handled as the offender was a trusted adult. Random offenses against children are rare. More often than not, the offender was a family member, a teacher, a coach, a neighbor, a babysitter, a clergy person, a police officer, or a fireman. To those not in the business and naive to what goes on in crimes against children, the term trusted adult sounds inclusive. It is dangerous. The majority of victims and their parents, if they weren't the offenders, would consistently tell me that the person who committed the crime was someone they trusted. Going down the road of promoting the use of trusted adult between students and school staff is a very slippery slope and should be discouraged. I encourage you to look at the statistics at RAIN.org regarding children and teens, and you will find that offenses committed by non-familial trusted adults are 59%, compared to 34% committed by a family member. 66% of these cases occurred when the children between the ages of 12 and 17. These children were groomed by someone they trusted. Teaching students that they can talk to a trusted adult about issues that they don't feel comfortable talking to their parents or legal guardians about encourages them to keep secrets from their parents and legal guardians. The very thing that we as parents encourage our children not to do. Now, I would be remiss if I didn't have examples of trusted adult situations that I have already gone and dealt with here and came out badly in Jefferson County schools. Without having given a green light to use the term trusted adult, the following things have occurred. In 2022, a retired Jeffco Elementary School principal was exposed for setting up a meet for sex with a 14-year-old boy online. That one's currently on TikTok today. In 2014, one of our school counselors refused to disclose a first-degree sex assault with violence, resulting in an additional child being assaulted by the same perpetrator. In 2012, a Jeffco teacher convinced a 16-year-old that she didn't need to tell her parents she was pregnant, and then helped her arrange an abortion behind the parents' back. In 2005, a Jeffco High School tennis coach perpetrated on several members of his team over many years. These were all children that thought they were in the safe hands of a trusted adult. This shocking revelation should strike a sense of terror into any parent today. Just knowing that should you adopt this term, a child could easily disclose sensitive information to a trusted adult under the guise of confidentiality and acceptance. And with few exceptions, the child becomes a victim of assault, or even worse, is trafficked or killed. We worked really hard post-Columbine to keep our children safe in this school district and encourage full disclosure and collaboration to parents and legal guardians. I ask you to strongly consider and be thoughtful before allowing school personnel to self-identify and use the term trusted adult with other people's children. I expect the leadership and elected officials to examine this closely and determine which side of this issue is in the best interest of all our children. Thank you and have a nice evening.
Thank you. Is there a